Hi everyone, and welcome back online here in February. Um, Energies here 2026. I mean, the energies are, of course, they're amazing, they're transformational, all this calibration, but also we're going through the collective, I would say, dark night of the soul. And for us star seeds is to really dismantle, transform the universal shadow. So that's why all this exposure is happening, and there's so much light, so all this dark is surfacing, right, for us to see it. And it's very important to and really acknowledge things at their face values, because that's how we can heal, transform, and transcend. We can ascend, we can transition to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, soul connection, consciousness expansion. So welcome, hope you're doing well in this very challenging time. So it's all about the inner work, right? Centering, claiming our personal power. Everything's on Ascension glossary, guys. Posting also multidimensionality. You can also check me on Ko-Fi. Of course, my website is yanakalai.com. And I just quickly again mention my project for military, for DARPA, for my soul group, right, Marines, who ended up in those black ops, who ended up in HYDRA, executing the agenda 4.0, right. Nazism 4.0, right? Who are part of that elite kind of club, right? The Mossad Zionist kind of faction, right? And turn into terrorists, psychopaths, pedophiles, and involved in horrible crimes. And I know the energies behind it, because I was supposed to be a Marine or super soldier, right? Or part of that Hydra, right? With the kind of Zeta looking glass technology, or the Zeta tech. And being on a moon, Mars, right, I guess for breeding, and all these ownership, and all these dichotomy reversals in phantom matrix, virtual reality, computer simulation, right? So that's why some of us, the volunteer soul, we also come on that kind of secret mission of that positive faction to bring the emerald order and divine justice here on this planet, on this physical plane. As you know, the ascension is happening, we are moving forward. The ascended masters are also here, and the solar Rishis, right, they're helping us, or helping me with the Pleiadians, okay, to make this transition happen, and to help humanity, right, with the ascension, with healing, with transformation, and living in peace, unity, harmony, balance, Christos, Sophia consciousness. And also only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. I'll always make the disclaimers, so how you are perceiving the messages that I'm transforming, putting out there, that becomes then your reality, and what you do with it, it's up to you, and it's your responsibility, as we are conscious co-creators with the divine, right? We're watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and also, like, everything is monitored, our deeds, and especially the frequency vibration, because it's going to be all about that, raising our frequency vibration. And remember, we're sound, so working with the sound is so important. With the sound, light, frequency, vibration, we're working with the morphogenetic field, right? And of course, here in that physical plane, with our physical body, we're working with the electromagnetic field. But we also came here as polarity integrators, kind of training dark art. So we are talking about the shadow, the dark government, but also our personal shadow, right, the collective shadow, because lots of people may be going through the dark night of the soul. Everything is slowly and surely, drip by drip, everything's pretty much being exposed. And it's now up to each of us how we are translating these things, or our perceptions, whether they are getting clear, right? The pineal gland, how important it is, your thymus, thalamus, your pituitary gland, how that is important to purify our senses, our mind, stabilize ourselves within ourselves, and heal our emotions, especially acknowledge the pain body, because we've been, all of us, through all kinds of trauma, all kinds of injustices, right? emotional upheavals and so on. And if we don't heal it, if we don't acknowledge it, it continues. That's why, you know, we've been here kind of constantly recycled, and for those negative aliens. And that's why not anymore. That's why we talk about the agenda of those negative aliens, and we talk about also how they are programming the hybrid bloodline that I belong to, right? Whether it's the Red Shield, you know, Rothschild here, Rothschild, or, you know, the Mossad here, right, the Zionists here, the you know, the royalty and so on, the Bilderberg group, and you know, this kind of we've been a kind of Nazi Jews here, hybridized and with DNA mutation, and of course we're also you know, part of the Anunnaki kind of club as well. So we're a mixture of everything. So pretty much up to us how to translate all this information, and it's coming now from the sun, the galactic sun, the galactic core, the metagalactic core, and you know, we have all these recodings. So those who are really interested in cosmic ascension, this is we represent the cosmic ascension, the cosmic guardians. So everything's on Ascension glossary, right? Lisa Renee energetic synthesis. You can Google all that, or I'll post it, put it on the description box, so it's there available, including my website yanakalai.com. So some of us, like I said, here in that physical plane, we do have the body. So, you know, we have to kind of master ourselves, our energy field, right? Put it in a peace and harmony. Namaste. We're doing lots of mantras, chanting. So everything is on my website yanakalai.com under Weather Ascension, under services, and of course underwater, or that's the actually 12D Ascension protocol, right? Again, this is for my cell group. Those are, you know, individuals who then join military, especially the Marine Corps, right? And like ended up in electrostatic bodies, ended up with that black goo CCP JEPs, right? That's the also COV, certificate of well, I would say violation vaccination, right? With the 1.9, which is AI, right? So we've been hooked to the Internet of all things. And I know the Sabrina Wallace talk about the wireless body area network and so on, right? So this is you can study that on that, like I said, electromagnetic field here on that physical plane, visible spectrum from 1 till 7, right? We also those are like the star seeds, also kind of on our mission and so on. We also have to include the morphogenetic field, right? And I talk about the sound bath healing, listening to solfeggio tones, 432 hertz, right? And the cosmic mother, divine mother, how that is the key for us to do all this healing and transitioning and do the whole transcendence and process, okay, ascension process, because we've been here totally well, devoid and desecrated, and that's been the mother, you know, Holy Mother's been desecrated by, we've been severed from our Holy Mother, divine mother, from our holy parents, Holy Father, Holy Mother, because of the frequency fences and all these negative aliens, and you know, the cabal, the mafia, you know, the globalists, whatever, how you want to name it, right? With their highly advanced technology, they've been abusing for their, I would say, selfish, satanic, Luciferian purposes to keep their so-called, you know, their agenda, the Luciferian, I mean, the Atlantean conspiracy, right? Was it the Luciferian rebellion and so on, just kind of playing like their gods, right? And having all this kind of power and wealth, right? And but you know, their bodies, their portals of dark energies of that Babylonian Empire or Draconian Empire, right? The Sika Empire, or we talk about so the Chimera group, right? Hydra, the CCP, the Black Dragon Moth, right? China, and so on. So you know, this is very complex. I constantly, you know, more I am peeling all these layers and really want to know, like, just one answer to that certain thing, that they're just layers. We're multidimensional. That's why I'll be also posting things on Ko-Fi. You can check my link on Ko-Fi. What is multidimensionality? That one that is on Essential Glossary with Lisa Renee is actually only from 1 till 7. That shows you how really we are complex. We are cells with our light bodies, with our aura, energy field. We're a mental body, emotional body, physical body, body, how that is all complex, right, with our DNA and with our hologram and you know, with all our systems, right? And so I focus on that inner work, transformational work, the divine feminine, the mother lineages, and especially my soul group, right, who joined military, especially the Marine Corps, and then, like I said, ended up in that fallen tree of life, and had well, this kind of horrible experiences of SRA, satanic ritual abuse, right, all this dining in, all these Illuminati parties, right, and dark mass, right, and all these sworn to secrecy, the blood covenant, soul binding, torture, right, torture, tyranny. We are the psychotronic weapons, right, the silent weapons, you know, and you know, this kind of what is it, soft killing, that kill box, right? And so it's 2026, so almost, yeah, it was like 20 years ago when I noticed some of those guys in the military, in the Marine Corps and so on, with their aura energy field extremely dirty, filthy, contaminated, possessed, right? I saw that 20 years ago. Here we go. So you know, this is we do read the energies, and you know, it is what it is. So all these sex games, all this all going to divine justice, because now we're exposing how everything is being operated and how this is all being orchestrated, right, again through extremely well advanced and very sophisticated technology of those negative aliens, that they're abusing us, they're using us as batteries, right? And here, understand, on that physical plane, everything looks like the elite is doing all that, the Mossad is doing all that, Marines are doing all that, right? But what about the DARPA? What about those negative aliens? What about the intracorporeal wireless nanotechnology communication, right? All these MAC addresses, how that operates, right? What is happening to their chakras? Everything is reversal, right? You know, we're here in the yoga tradition, we're starting with the red wave frequency, and the Kupal has it on that higher, on that the 7 level, right? That's the satanic pyramid running reversals, and we talk about the AI red wave frequency, the red trident, right? The black cube technology, right? How that important is to understand this is all they're hiding in these invisible places, right? On the moon, Mars, Saturn, and even Pluto and so on. So some of us, we have to decipher all that, read these energies. And I was hooked to the internet of all things, and you know, horrible things also happened to me, right? And so that's why I can speak for my soul group. I was supposed to be a Marine or assassin, and just name it, right? And or a part of that elite. And it's not funny, it's not, you know, nothing to really be proud of, I would say, because what's been now yeah, it's going to be uncovered, is what is going to be disclosed. This is going to be shocking even for me, because you know, this is such a very, very devious or demonic kind of agenda, right? Those who actually, even though we are royalty, there's white nobility, there's this cosmic Christos ascended nobility, right? The royalty and so on, the cosmic Christos solar dragon, solar Rishis, right? Royalty, how that also been weaponized and you know, is being infiltrated by the master raider races, by those native aliens, right? Totally taking advantage of humanity, right? And also the Anunnaki, how they were doing all these experimentations on that human race, on that angelic divine luminous race, right? How humanity was also disconnected from their etheric DNA. Okay, so this is all going to divine justice. It's total abomination, it's total travesty. Okay, and maybe it's difficult for people to hear that. So many people don't understand what I'm talking about. But you know, here with the Ashtar Galactic Command, you know, connection to Andromeda here, and you know, doing the cosmic ascension. And here we go, ambulance. And yeah, so yeah, and so somebody has to here hold the ground, and just kind of I have a testimony, the witness, right? What was done to me and so on. Who is doing all that? What in the world this is all about, right? I had to heal. I had to do all this transformational work, right? Inner alchemy via my higher heart and invocation of violet flame and so on. And like I said, it's all going to divine justice. And everything is disclosed, like the nobody's going to get away with anything. And it is what it is. Okay, that's why here we're coming up with the project for DARPA, for Hydra, because yeah, the whole octopus and CCP and DARPA and the Black Dragon Moth, right? The Orion group, talking the Orion group, the Nazi, the Black Sun Nazi operations, and so on. So I can, if you guys read energies and if you read telepathically, I'm just not only saying these things, but I'm pinpointing the places and putting the holograms there in front of me, and so you can read the energies like a movie that is being unveiled and that is unfolding. And it's all about holding the frequency and the potency here, and really the sun and everything, the plasma light frequency, the cosmic rays, the solar rishis, right there are here now in these dimensions. So everything is possible now with the solar flare, solar flash, with the cosmic breakthrough. And also we had to correct the Russia body, the sound wave frequency, because they were messing up even with our sound, with frequency, all this false light, okay, false magnetism on the moon, Mars, right? All this Giza intelligence happening there. So the Saturn, Anunnaki, and I understand the lineage, okay? So that's why I can kind of relate to that bloodline, because it's kind of part of me, right? About the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, and so on. So I relate to that. But also here we come from extremely high dimensions, like the Oraphim race, the mother lineages, right? The Katara. That's the Cathars here. We are again bringing the wisdom of Holy Mother here back online, okay? What they're also here, Planetara or Tiamati, and these goddess Sophianic lineages also of Holy Mother, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene and Fatima, okay? So very important, because right here in this new age or golden age, the Aquarius and so on, we are bringing the energies of Holy Mother, Divine Mother, how that important is to heal the divine masculine, because horrible things being done to guys of that divine feminine lineages, the Rosicrucians, the Pleiadians, and so on, who join military or MC, right? The Marine Corps, and they were turned into satanists and pedophiles because they've been weaponized, they've been hijacked and hacked, right? All this sodomy, right? And so on, all this voodoo, the black magicians, the brotherhood of the snake, the sisterhood of the snake. And so when I go to these holograms of those individuals, the Marine Corps, right? The Marines, the DARPA, the Hydra, the octopus, and I see those females, the Red Queens with their satellites and with their voodoo, right? Then I even go to their hologram, try to unpeel it, confront it, what in the world is happening. I mean, they're all been hybridized, understanding. Then I see, it's even CCP, it's China, it's the Black Dragon Moth. This is such a complex energy work that has to be kind of dismantled, or everything is to be organized. And from extremely high places, dimensions, so it's that's why it's so important to take time for ourselves to really harmonize ourselves from within, find peace from within, dissolve the inner conflict from within, because now these energies, right, with the sound, light, frequency, vibrations, right, now we can energize the truth, we can energize the harmony, we can energize the balance, right? And that's how we can bring more light into this world, and that's how we are all then co-creating the new earth, and how we are ascending and creating this new communities with ETs, free energy, right, with highly advanced technology for healing, for healing, for transformation, and so on, and for teleportation, and just for just the beautiful things, right? And so this is, to me, the way to go from inside, right? So finding the peace that passes all understanding from within, and of course I have connection to solar Rishis, such as Sai Baba, and so on, and of course to the Pleiadians, Draconian Pleiadian as well. So yeah, we are bringing these energies here online in perfect harmony, right? Stabilizing these energies here on this plane of existence, and of course healing these energies of those bloodlines, that some of them, they're actually highly advanced souls, ascended masters, right? Musicians, artists, and so on. And like I said, there are Rosicrucians, Pleiadians, sensitive souls, the Cathar, of that Cathar lineages, mother lineages, and they've been desecrated, they've been weaponized, they've been tortured, and turned into dark avatars, digital avatars, right? So yeah, so very important to guys go back to our original divine essence, the consciousness 12D, this the Katara grid. So you're welcome to study that on Ascension Glossary. I hope some of it you can see it. And it's time with the plasma activation, right? Eternal now plasma body. We are moving forward, right? So important to also heal our sexual energies to the STARGATE, especially in Israel and even Sarasota, Florida, right? Because here, again, the whole, I know people as well, but I'm dealing with military, with black magicians, with Marines, and so on. They were stuck in the air, red wave frequency running reversals, okay? So all these charts are on Ascension Glossary, right? Lisa Renee, how important it is. Also, how I've been also controlled and manipulated. We have the Nadi structure, right? So this is when they trying to make clone or cyborg out of you, or trying to make terrorists or psychopaths out of you. You join military, the SSP, right? Secret space program, all these MILABs, military abductions. They totally invade your energy field, right? Astral field, right? And they put their AI technology into the back of the heart, right? And even it's connecting to the Star of David, the Azoth, AD chakra. That's your sacred heart. That's how you become battery for them. And that's how those guys, instead of raising their frequency vibration, they become cyborg, they become robots, automatons, right? Direct programming and just following the agenda. They have to execute the agenda of those negative aliens, right? And they are kept in extremely low frequency vibrations, on drugs, steroids, let me see, alien attachments or entity attachments, and so on. And they just end up in like I said, the electrostatic bodies in that fallen tree of life, and extremely distorted consciousness, damaged DNA, damaged bioneurology, right? Desecrated, disconnected from Mother Earth, Mother Nature, their first chakra, Muladhara, right? So that all needs to be corrected. Okay, so we talk about the 12D exiotonal lines, alignment, how that is important, working with colors, with sound, light, frequency, vibrations. Those are vertical channels. It can be a little bit more advanced material for some of you, but this is how we are synchronizing, right? The left side with the right side, divine feminine, divine masculine, right? And then the inner vertical channel, right? The Shushumna column. That's why we meditate, to bring all these energies back online, right? And finally reconnect with our inner Christ, and feel and find the power from within. That's the divine spark, okay? The inner Christos. Okay, so, and of course, chakra, crystal keys, and how to align. This is how we work with the light body, right? How important it is to understand your light body, the chakra, the color spectrum, okay, and so on. So very important, guys, because we are, some of us, we came here already ascended. We're the column of light shining bright, right? So we are resurrecting now all these energies, correcting in. So this is for my soul group to rehabilitate their DNA, their chakras, their energy field, right? So they can, at least for partial ascension, how important it is to work with colors, okay, and with the sound, because we are sound light frequency vibration. We have all kinds of shields, okay. We talk about also about the protection, and here, you know, you can see the 7D, right, the violet flame. That's the crown chakra, and you know why they're calling this corona kind of pandemic that was going on, right? To totally sever us, disconnect us from our higher self. And of course, very important to work with the golden light, the protection of Solar Christ Archangel Michael, right? That's your AD already, that's your sacred heart, okay. So it just working with some of these diagrams, you know, help me, because, you know, some of us are we have to visualize things. Very important to see this and use the main energy channels. This is the microcosmic channel, because with the sodomy, right, we talk about the violence, how you know, there the cerebrospinal fluid, right, how that is all being infected by the SPE, the CCP jabs, right, all these patented viruses, HIV sequences, and how this line, the divine feminine, how it's being dragged down with the sodomy, those red mattresses, red rooms, right. They call it, there's nothing to do with Kama Sutras. That's very demonic sexuality. It's running reversals, right? So these guys, they have to channel their sexual energy properly, which is, you know, as you see on inhalation, right? This is divine feminine going up the spine, okay? And the divine masculine, divine feminine is here going down here. That's the front area, back area, right? So this the fiery kind of masculine, and this is the Holy Mother divine feminine energies, right? How that needs to start circulating around our body's consciousness, within our auras, okay, to get the energy going, flowing, to raise our frequency vibration, okay, not to be stuck in that AI red wave frequency and running reversals. So very important, very important charts, very important times we're going through, right? We're stabilizing these energies. Again, if you guys also want to check the HIEROS GAMOS technology from Lisa Renee, right? Lisa Renee energetic synthesis, the 6-pointed star, the Sophianic lineages, or Star of David, right? So these energies, everything's being now resurrected. The Ascension codes is coming online. We are our sun. The galactic core, the central sun, and you know, Andromeda, our cosmic sun, okay, for us to heal our DNA, our silicate matrix, our hologram, our consciousness, and so on. So being on a sun, even though some of us are still targeted, and you know, people, they need their Wi-Fi to watch their TV. So many people have addiction to that black box, right? And you know the black box programming, how that's siphon energy actually from us. That's how people get programmed, mind control. How important is to kind of detach from all that, go outside, focus on breathing, you know, being mindful, being grateful, thankful, right? Walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion and so on. So please check out, again, the project on energetic synthesis / HIEROS GAMOS, right? Lisa Renee. And of course, I always talk about the 12D shielding protection, how that is important, the 12D platinum light. Okay, that's all coming online. The cosmic rays of creation from solar Rishis, right? We work with the threefold founder flame, and that's how we override the agenda of those negative aliens, the AI, black hole technology, right? Those negative aliens from Wisa system, Wisa deck, Wisa Drake, from Burga system, even Oma deck, right? Those are the Scorpio kind of queen hive mind races, okay? That they've been kind of creating havoc here. I mean, of course, the Orion group, and so on, and they infiltrate the entire military, and you know, with their AI, whether it's the Palantir, Aladdin, OpenAI, name it, or ChatGPT 4.0. Very important to protect your aura, protect your especially children, right, from all these apps, being on the phone, being on a computer. It's time to really create your own space, be in nature, you know, how to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and just not be afraid to sometimes deal with those interesting energies, right? Those negative energies, because if we acknowledge the so-called well, these distortions, those negative energies, right? People are maybe in depression, going through very horrible times. When we acknowledge all that, that's how we can heal. We can release all that and bring new energies of that new earth into our body consciousness, into our mind, into our emotions, okay? And start co-creating with the divine under the law of one with free will. That's the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant that we are anchoring here right now, right? On this earth that is ascending to the next harmonic universe. Number 2, soul connection, consciousness expansion, living in peace, harmony, unity, balance, CHRISTOS, SOPHIA consciousness. So, you know, and all these changes, all these things are happening through us because we are powerful co-creators with the divine, right? We're our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And again, there's pyramids of Giza, how everything is being now, guys, activated. That's actually cosmic libraries underneath this Giza. So all the memory, consciousness, right? Everything is being activated, especially also from Big Bear. That's Ursa Major, the solar Rishis, right? Well, the Orion constellation as well, right? That's the original Orion of that High Council, and Cassiopeia, right? So very important activations, guys, are happening, right, on that secret side, the pyramids all across the globe, and even in jungle of Ecuador. There was the cave Tayos, if I'm saying the name properly, right, where the solar Rishi, the Veda artifacts, and even because I come from Eastern Europe, the Slavic nation, we've been all across the globe. You can find artifacts of even Slavic nations in Iran, in Iraq, in South America, and even in China. We actually, you know, we all been, well, here, how to say, information wise, put false information, all this conquer and divide, all this separation, but we really come from one source, one nation, one heart, right? One planet, one cosmos, okay? We're so interconnected, and so very important to understand that. We are actually going through another calibration, recalibration. And this is to stabilize the energies of that new earth, right? Especially of this 3-eye atlas that is beaming these healing energies of consciousness expansion, right? Of remembering who we truly are. They are beaming these energies to us. So on Ana Merkaba, you can find that's the AEONIC key. Okay, so we need to continue our work. We cannot just like, oh my goodness, the sun is shining, I'm feeling so much better today, I know what to do, right? We have to keep going and moving forward and raising our frequency vibration and being spiritually disciplined and doing you know, the work here on this plane of existence in our bodies, and strengthening that inner core, right? Feeling our inner power, and really remembering who we truly are. We're activating the Galactic Codex, and also our galactic blueprint of our true original divine luminous galactic angelic race, okay? Because the Anunnaki been fighting here with the angelic divine luminous race for quite some time with these Enki and Lil, right, thought overlays of that 10D running reversals, 10D, the Metatron reversals or monetic reversals, okay? How that has not been fair. So this is all going to divine justice, or for us to you know, acknowledge all that so we can heal it and not be affected by it. And there's another, we're working with the Stargate seal. So this is for some of us, you know, so very important. I mean, again, like I said, continuing the work, lots of codings, lots of ascension codes, they're pouring down on us. So if you guys feel resonated with it, you can again download it on Ana Merkaba, her website, okay? So this is yeah, working with the Stargate seal. So those who are supposed to receive these this information will work with these codes, because this is what we are doing. anchoring the highest timeline of ascension. This is the cosmic compass that I never finished, right? That was from the 3-eye atlas back in November, again from Anna MERKABA as well, guys. So just kind of letting you know that we are really moving forward, right, within our 3-eye atlas, 3 eyes, right? The solar Rishi, the Ursa Major, the Pleiadians, right? The cosmos, the Andromeda, right? We're really moving forward and we're integrating ourselves, body, our soul level, monadic level, right? Here within this polarity that has been negatively polarized, or duality, right? The divine feminine, right? We're anchoring the energies of receptivity, right? No more stubbornness or resistance. This is not the way to go. We gotta be fluid, right? You gotta be fluid. You gotta be like water, my friend, and so on. And so again, how to be also neutral, right? Neutral, how it's important just to observe and be compassionate witness, right? And pretty much staying that energies of love, of unconditional love, of purity, of innocence. This is how, and of course forgiveness. That's by invocation of the Violet Flame. That's how we are moving forward. So you're welcome to look at these things again. And I think, so this is the monadic. Okay, this is what we are correcting, right? So this is your 90 AD chakra. This is your galactivation and so on happening, right? So there was the 9D Andromeda seed code, right? The 9D pearl activation blueprint coding for bringing harmony, peace, and eternal love to guide our crystal-hearted plasma wings, right, into perfect balance, dissolving all accumulated monadic traumas. So again, star seeds, highly advanced souls, empaths, sensitives, right, in a military and so on, right? So there's lots of healing transformation happening on that monadic level. This is your higher heart. That's the gold, the gold energies, the color spectrum, right, with the silver energy of the 90 of the Andromeda, and it's all meeting at your pineal gland, the middle of the brain. How important is to decalcify the pineal gland and start feeling your hypothalamus, thalamus, your limbic system, phonic nerves, right, your vagus nerve, right? And here, guys, we are finally have a 10D recoding. This is where your solar star is. That's the divine feminine, the plasma, blue, Sophianic, sapphire lineages. Let me see if I can find it here. And that was the 10D recoding, the latest newsletter from Lisa Renee. So this is and liberating the Stargate 10D in Iran and Iraq. So that's going to be very important for those people living in the Middle East. Because all these stargates, I mean, it's been they've been infiltrated, right? The Golden Eagle grid's been infiltrated in that Middle East. That's why all these wars, proxy wars with proxy Israel and wreaking havoc. Okay, because the major stargates and ancient technology, that's arc technology, right, that unfortunately the negative aliens, the Anunnaki, they just kind of want to get a grip of all that and abuse it for their advantages. This is ending because the cosmic light is here, the solar rishis are here, right, and we're moving forward. So beautiful news, beautiful things happening, guys. I just want to show you all how important actually to heal, you know, this area, you know, of course your pelvic area and so on. So you know, the second chakra, right? This is the hips, thigh, femur, ilium, sacral, the sacral region, sciatica, and so on, right? That was the Sagittarius soul alchemy, through which our spirit divine will expressing perfect health. And that was the exotonal alignment with the universal Christ. And you can read Tiamati, mother goddesses, right? They're coming back online here, guys. Okay, so beautiful things are happening, but we have to really get our strength, keep going and move forward. And like you see, the blue flame, that's what it is, the Melchizedek are here online. So this is the blue flame of the Melchizedek order, right? The universal law, universal codex, the galactic codex. We're establishing these energies here. So the negative aliens, right, or the well, the elite and so on, like we are the Ashtar Galactic Command, stopping all that, arresting all the energies of those fallen Melchizedek, all those fallen angelics, right? Of those negative aliens, right? And in those terroristic organizations and so on, that is all going to be arrested and put into divine justice, because you know the energies are here, the activation is happening, right? The guardians are here. We are retrieving the Celtic, Magi, Arthurian, Grail lineages, right? Because they were massacred during the Ascension timeline rebellion. All this what is happening, the Lemurian and Atlantean cataclysm. Now we are resurrecting these energies of Lemuria and of Atlantis, right? Because it happened during the Dark Aeon cycle, and all of those wars resulted in the Luciferian rebellion and Atlantean conspiracy. So now we have the Celtic, Arthurian, Grail bloodlines of the Tiamati mother goddesses or triple solar Marys. There must be first to be reclaimed in order to take their rightful positions in the planetary matrix, reanimating and fully embodying once again their personal consciousness and spiritual body parts that were stolen from them. Okay, so yeah, again, this is kind of complex. This is for grid workers, starseeds, gatekeepers, and so on, right? But anyway, so these energies, making sure things are flowing through you, you're being activated, right? Recoded, updated, upgraded, and so on, right? So just keep breathing, focusing on breath, on meditation, on healing, being simple, humble, forgiveness, being thankful and grateful, how that important it is in these times of extreme change and shift in consciousness. Even the Mother Earth, Mother Nature, with all these tectonic plates, right? And horrible things happening, whether in here in the United States, but also in Italy and all across the globe, right? We have to really pray. Bless the earth, bless humanity wherever we go. I am, and all is well. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.